Hello guys and welcome to an early look of G Prime. This game, I have no idea how I feel about it. But before we get into the actual gameplay, let me show you what this game is about with the intro of the game. This is literally the first thing that you're gonna see once you start the game. It tells you a little bit about the lore, I guess.
The rain. For over 30 years we watched it approach. At first we saw an emptiness in the sky as it obscured parts of the heavens. For a generation we pondered. Soothsayers and prophets, kings and men cast their thoughts into the rain. As it drew near, we began to discern more of its nature. Science turned fear to hunger, and the kingdom schemed and plotted for their gain. We saw the rain as a blessing. Corporations saw wealth. Nations saw power. Humanity pined for the rain. An old dream stirred and our waking thoughts were transfixed. The colonization of Bast, our companion in the night sky. The rain has now drawn close, and you are among the explorers who will chart its riches. Your training is complete. Your day has arrived.
Alright, so the first thing that you're gonna find is a series of contracts like this. I actually had no idea there were contracts, believe it or not, before. Once I actually started playing it, but yeah, there are contracts and I just selected the first one. Then it takes you to the main screen.
Welcome to Ptolemy Station. Name's Barker. I'll be your chief for this run. Ptolemy's a good ship, but she's new. So before we leave orbit, we're going to put her and you through some drills. We survive because we train. Every mission, including drills, is available at any time from the Navcom, so don't forget to practice between missions. Our primary mission is resource reconnaissance. Our client provides a set of targets to image on setting. Your job is to use your sounding rockets to ping each target. Whenever we arrive on station, take a good look at the local space. Get a sense of where you are. Look for targets, obstacles, or anything that might affect your mission. Time doesn't matter, but supplies do. Each rocket you use comes out of our pay, so study your field and be as efficient as possible. Set your launch angle, the rocket's total impulse, and the duration of the burn. Go ahead and get a feel for the control. Fire when ready.
So the screen all the way to the right, the fourth screen is the one where you actually go to start playing, and you just simply shoot a rocket that automatically, well, not automatically, you actually have to press A every single time that you go through one of those checkpoints, but you have to set the trajectory first so that your rocket goes through all of them. Now it obviously gets more complex from here, and this one is literally the easiest level. This is the first one that you're gonna face, and it doesn't get any easier than this for sure. And the challenge is in actually finding the correct trajectory, as we're gonna see eventually later on. In fact, the first shot here I literally missed it by a lot, even though I thought it was right. And then you have to press A to collect data and actually
learn to anticipate the target
everything.
and ping just as the rocket comes
It's kind of
alongside.
a weird game.
Carry on and
Later
wrap
on
up
you're gonna
this
need to
evolution.
use the camera controllers to actually see where you're going, and those camera controllers are kind of weird. Also, just getting a feel for the
Nice
actual
work, Sailor.
position
You've
of the
gotten
rocket
hang
within
of the
the
setter
whole
systems.
map. I
Carry
guess.
on and
It's
wrap
kind of
up this evolution.
difficult to do.
Excellent.
So,
Rocket systems knowledge.
Sensing this game. Oh yeah,
Next try.
and there is the number one problem with the game. It freaking records automatically clips for you. Something that we've requested developers to stop doing forever. I'm pretty sure since launch of the Xbox One, with FIFA recording every single 5 seconds, something that you did. And this one records it every single time that you actually complete a mission. So yeah, this game might actually have a big problem right there.
I've placed
So,
a grav
hopefully
buoy off
that
our
part
bow
gets
to
patched in
test
the future,
inertial navigation
because
system.
I'm pretty sure
Stand
almost
by,
everybody is
launch
going
to
to hate it,
Bravo.
especially for a game like this
Fire.
one where literally
Objects
It's
in the rain,
very slow
just
and
like our
chances are you're
buoy
not gonna
here,
want
will
to
exert a
record it.
gravitational pull on the sounding rocket and alter
So
its
here we go,
path
like
as it
the
flies
gravitation
through
beams
space.
actually,
Your
or
sublime
those bodies
pleasure
basically, they're
is to
kind of
figure
like
out how to use the
gravity
thrusters
suckers,
in
so they
conjunction
actually
with
alter
gravity
the course
to
of the
sling your
rocket.
rocket around
And
any
it's kind of
obstacle
difficult to
and
get them to go
still ping the
across.
target.
Not gonna
If
lie,
you
even if you
haven't
do
noticed,
burns,
the
if
FC
you actually
keeps
like,
track of the
take
previous
the rocket
settings
and
on each
start using it
control.
correctly, it's kind of
Similarly,
difficult to use.
your HUD shows the last
Let
flight
me
path
go
as
ahead
a
to show
highlighted
you
track
once
in
I actually
field
get the
view.
correct shot.
This is
it took me
critical
a while
information
just to
when a line brings your rocket
correctly.
close, but not
Oh, and
close
you also have
enough.
those
So keep
things I
those
didn't know what they were at
markers
first.
in mind.
But
Understanding the relationship
the
between
one at the
impulse
top
and
shows
duration
is
is
just
critical.
your regular one
You're
where you
setting
actually
the
get to
total
select
impulse
what way
to be
you want the
spent
rocket to go.
over a certain time.
And the two on the bottom,
Think
the one that
division,
has color,
not addition.
or
Sometimes
the
a
rainbow, I
short,
would say,
powerful
is-
burst is what you need.
it actually
Other
determines
times, a
how
long, gentle burst
fast
is the
or
key.
the strength
Take some
of your
time
rocket
to play
firing.
around with those controls until
At
you're
first,
comfortable.
once it actually
You
hits
can
your
also
ship.
engage
And
trim
the second one
thrusters as you
is
see
for
fit.
long hold,
But they're
for
weak,
how long
and
that
fuel
initial
is
burn
limited, so only
goes.
use them for mid-course
It's-
correction.
It's not intuitive. This game is not intuitive. Let's just put it that way. So after
I've placed a
15 minutes
grav
of just
buoy
trying
off
to
our
figure out the
bow to
controllers
test
and
inertial
to
navigation
get the
system.
rocket to work properly, I
Stand
decided
by,
to restart
launch
just
to Bravo.
this level, the second level.
Fire.
And it turns out that at the beginning of each
Just
level,
like
I didn't
our
know that.
buoy here, will
You
exert
actually,
a
or at least
gravitational
of
pull
the
on
first
the
levels,
sounding
you
rocket
get
and alter its
an
path as it
autopilot
flies through
demonstration,
space.
as you can see
Your
here,
sublime pleasure
of
is to
the
figure
level.
out how to use the thrusters in
And yeah,
conjunction
it turns
with
out that
gravity
most of the time
to
that
sling your
autopilot
rocket
is
around
actually
any
shooting the rocket
obstacle and
properly.
still ping the target.
And as you can see, there is
If
no
you
burst
haven't
and
noticed,
it's not even
the
guiding the
FC
rocket.
keeps
So I
track
just
of
let
the
this one go
previous
through
settings
and
on each control.
just decided to
Similarly,
let this rocket
your
keep on
HUD
going
shows the
and
last
complete the
flight
loop.
path
Yeah, it
as
goes
a
back to your
highlighted
ship and
track
hits
in
you.
field view.
And you
This
get
is
an achievement,
critical
so at least the
information
achievements
when
in
the
this
line
game
brings your rocket close,
are,
but
some of
not
them are kind of
close
easy.
enough.
Because this
So
one is
keep
literally
those markers
automatically
in
given
mind.
to you, basically, in the second
Understanding
level.
the relationship
And some
between
may be more
impulse and
complex.
duration is critical. You're
So
setting the total
controls of
impulse
this
to be
game,
spent over
once
a
again,
certain
they are
time.
not the greatest
Think
thing ever.
division, not
The
addition.
camera
Sometimes a
is
short,
really hard to
powerful
get it
burst is
for
what you need.
because
Other
it doesn't
times,
go
a
the full
long,
360
gentle
pro,
burn is the key.
360
Take some
degrees
time
around
to
the
play
whole
around with those
screen.
controls until you're comfortable.
It only goes
You can also
180,
engage trim thrusters as
so it
you
goes
see.
90 degrees to the right and
They're
90 degrees to
weak
the left.
and fuel is limited, so only use them
Or
for mid-course
yeah, it basically
correction.
just works in half a sphere. It really doesn't give you the whole sense, and you cannot zoom in and zoom out of it, so it's kind of difficult to just keep track of everything that is going on. For this one, I decided to keep on the same track and shoot the rocket, and then I had to press A once it went through every circle or ping or beacon. I don't know what those are still. But anyways, as soon as I press that, the rocket, as soon as you complete both beacons, the rocket self-destructs and you go to the next level. Oh, look at that. Once again, nothing interesting happened and the game decided to record a freaking gameplay. That's the most annoying thing in this game, for real. Hey, look past the sun.
I'm seeing some noise in the comm lines. Probably just teething trouble. I'll work out the kinks here while you recon this next test center. I've set one in the tube to get you started. You know those recruiting posters that say, "It's not a job, it's an adventure"? Yeah, well, most of the time it's just a job, and you'll have lots of downtime between the exciting bits. Get to know Emmanuel and all that he has on his databank. There's a lot of valuable stuff on his core. Then when you're really bored, you can try to get him to understand knock-knock jokes. That's what I do.
No, I could have been showing you 10 minutes of me literally doing nothing, or this where it took me about 5 minutes
Okay.
after the
I'll
second
queue up
try
a few
to
additional
actually get it
sims
to
to
work.
test your tolerance.
And
By
it's
the time
kind
you're
of
done
difficult.
with these,
as you can see, I'm trying to control the burns, and I have no idea where I am. The camera, that's as far as it goes to right. And there we go. I finally got it. Anyways, it was locked. And once again, the game clip was recorded. It's such a nice game for doing that. I always want to keep the memory of that recording, you know. It's such a great moment in history. But yeah, I mean, that's what you do in this
I'm
game.
impressed with
You
the way
can
you approach
sometimes,
that
depending
last
on the level, I guess,
Let's
you
see
actually
what
get
you can do with
to
this one.
have stages
It's not
where
as
the rockets
easy
are
as it might look
born,
at
and
first.
I guess
And
couples or
like a
something.
lot
I
of
didn't get
things in
that far.
life, there's
But
a trick to it.
it's kind of like the Kevlar space program, I think it's called, that game in the computer. I think it's also coming to Xbox One in the future. But anyways, yeah, you get to control the trajectory of this rocket. But I don't know. I think the other game would be better. Anyways, it definitely had more success than this one, and this one has been out for a while in the computer. But yeah, anyways, that is the game, and it's kind of a difficult game. And yeah, half of the time you're not gonna have an idea of what you're actually trying to direct this rocket at. Nope, not even close. Well, anyways, I really don't know how I feel about the game, to tell you the truth. Maybe I wasn't as good as I should have been in this game. I personally don't think I would recommend it, to tell you the truth, guys. But I mean, if you like space games, this game may be for you. My biggest gripe with this game were the automatic clip recordings and wonky camera controls, and it basically just throws you in the game, and it doesn't even tell you like some of the controllers. Like, I didn't know that you could simply press start and it will show you some of the controllers. It doesn't even show you all of them, it just shows you some of them. There's a lot of rigging to be done in this game, so if you like lore games, I think this game will be great for you. Maybe it actually includes an e-manual within the ship. It's the third screen. It's kind of a small one to top right, I guess. And yeah, that's it. That's G Prime. So I guess see you next time, guys.